Hi team, good morning. In the last session we have discussed about the cloud computing. So, so what are the uses of cloud computing? What are the types in the cloud computing? Now we are going to launch the instance, EC2 instance for the Linux. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Once you log in into the AWS console, you will get this page. Okay. This is called the management console page. Okay. So here you can search the recent, whatever the tools. Okay, so all the services, or you can go to the services. Here you can find all the services provided by the AWS in a group wise. Okay, so if you want to run the EC2, so you can go in the compute services. So in the compute services you have all the EC2, Lightsail, Lambda, the Beanstalk. We will go one by one. And coming to the storage, yeah, we have the storage here. Okay, so these are all the services, a number of services provided by Amazon Web Services. Okay, so for the today's session we're just going to create an instance for the Linux. Okay, so let's see how can we do that. Okay, so what is the EC2 instance? So in other words, we can assume it as a virtual server. So means we are now going to launch a virtual server for the Linux operating system. So let's see. Okay, so how we can do that? So in the real scenario, to configure a server, so we need, the main important is processor. So it's single core or multi-core. The next you need to select the capacity, RAM capacity, okay, storage capacity, and then you need to take a what is the physical motherboard, and you need to have a storage devices, and then you need to have a separate router for the networking. So these are all the things we require to build a server. Okay, so now using the EC2 instance you can create a server without all the things. Okay, so these are all the, regarding the motherboard or processor or storage devices, so everything will be taken care by the cloud, and we are going to create a virtual servers from your place. Okay, so wherever you are you can go and create a virtual server, either of the operating systems, either Windows or in the Linux. Okay, and then you can keep the storage, you can add the storage if you want, you can delete the storage devices also, and you need to pay whatever the you use it. Okay, so now we are going to launch a virtual server called an EC2 instance in AWS. Okay, so for that you need to go to the services. So in the services you have the under computer section EC2. Okay, Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, so if you click on this, yeah, so once you click on this, so you will be coming to this session. Okay, so here you can find all the running instances. So do you have any snapshots, elastic IPs? Okay, so dedicate, so you can find all the things. Okay, so we need to create a virtual server right now. So okay, let me go and check the running instances. Okay, so 1 second guys. Yeah, so I just logged into the EC2 instance page. Okay, so here already I have the two servers. So one is like Win1 and another is the thing, so which is the running already instances. Okay, so I just want to create a new instance. Okay, so to create a new instance, so go to click on this launch instance. The first step you need to select the image. Okay, here see in the AWS, so we have different types or different flavors of images, either related to the if you want the Linux, you have Linux image, Windows, Ubuntu. So everything we will call it as a Amazon machine image. You can think like it as a template for the operating system. Okay, so here if you want to search anything, so if I want to Ubuntu, so you just click on the Ubuntu and search. So, okay, you will get all the Ubuntu versions or platforms here. Okay, next if you want the Windows, okay, so Windows 2018, I just go with the 2016 server for my sake. Yeah, you can get it. Okay, Microsoft Windows 2016 base base with containers. Okay, so here 2016 data center Microsoft SQL. See, if you observe this, okay, so you're getting the operating system as well as the Microsoft SQL Server 2016. So if you select this image, you won't separately don't need to install the Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so if you observe, so we have the different images here. Okay, if you see here, the operating system is 2016 and you are getting the Windows 2017 SQL Server. Okay, so these are all the types of the operating systems of Windows. So if you see here, free tier eligible. Okay, so see that this is a free version, guys. Okay, if I want to show it to you, so I will select the same here, the free tier eligible. So let's go to the Linux too. Okay, let's go and search for the Linux. So this all we can call as a templates, in other words Amazon machine images. Okay, firstly we can call it Amazon machine images. Next, yeah, here the Linux versions. If you come to the Linux, so you have the Amazon Linux image, Red Hat, SUSE, Amazon Linux, and Amazon. So you still have more. Okay, so based on your purpose, you can select whatever the operating system you required. Okay, so if you install here, see the repositories includes the Docker, PHP, MySQL, Postgres, and other packages. So if you select this, if you install this, you don't need to separately install for this what we call the applications or the databases. Okay, so every operating system have the individuality. Okay, so let's go. So now we are going for create an instance for the Linux version. So here I will select the free tier. Okay, and also if you observe, and the most important thing, if you observe each and every image, there will be an image ID. So image ID will be unique for each and every Amazon machine image. So remember these, guys. Okay, so make a note of this Amazon machine ID. Okay, so we will be using this when we are when we have the class of the cloud formation. Okay, yep, or Terraform. So we will be creating the instances using Terraform. Okay, so there while creating the launch instance, so we need this ID to create that. Okay, it will be the easy for us. So I'm just clicking on the Amazon Linux image. Okay, so click on, so here you have 64-bit and 60 ARM. Okay, so before that I would like to tell you about, so if you want the more operating systems here, right, so if you have more, you can select, see, CentOS 2. Yeah, this is CentOS. Okay, so you can go here, so whatever the based on the operating system you want. Okay, so you can, it will be easy for you guys. Okay, and also architecture, you want the 32-bit, 62-bit, 64-bit. Okay, so let's go back to the Linux. Let's go back to the Linux. Okay, so Amazon machine image, click on the select. So the next step is to select the processors. So as you know that servers, the main important component for the servers is like processors. Okay, so the thing here, I'm going with the free tier. Okay, so here you can have the CPUs, memory size, instant storage. Okay, so here I'm just using a single processor. Okay, if you want the more 2 into 2 processor. Okay, if you want 8 into, so T2 into 2x large. Okay, so it depends on the purpose, you need to select this option. Okay, so if you want to run a big graphical works or something, you can go with the better performance of the processor as well as the RAM, 32 GB, something like that. Okay, so for the initial purpose I'm just going with the free tier option. Okay, so T2 microprocessor and 1 CPU and 1 GB RAM. Okay, so if you want to see the details, see, this is one CPU, it is like 2.4 gigahertz Intel Xenon family, so 1 GB RAM. Okay, elastic block storage. Okay, yeah, we will see that later, we will go next. Okay, click on Next, configure instance details. Here, so how many instances you want? Okay, by default 1. So if you want to launch 10 instances at one time, you can click on the 10. Okay, so you don't need to worry about the number of instances you want. Okay, so it will be created automatically. So for now I just want to 1. Okay, so the network will be the same, so VPC. So we will go in the class virtual private cloud. Okay, so now I'm not changing anything. So here the subnets. Okay, see, I'm in the North Virginia. If you see here, you will have the subnets like 1A, 1B, 1E, 1C, 1D. Okay, so these are all the alternate availability zones we have on North Virginia. As you know, like North Virginia has like 6 availability zones. Okay, so in that I'm selecting this. Next, I'm just we will discuss all this in the next required class whenever we need. Okay, so next click on add storage. Here storage hard disk, in other words we will call it normal word, we will call it hard disk space. How much is the hard disk space? Now here we have 8 GB. Okay, in the root volume. So if you want to increase that, you can click on, if is like I want 30 GB, yeah, go with the 30 GB. Or you want another volume, you can create. So homer 8 GB, how 30 GB, another 30 GB. Okay, so whatever you purpose. So I'm, as it was a Linux, I'm okay with the 30 GB. Okay, next we have the volume type. So as you know, like there is a change in the physical hard drives, like generation to generation. So the magnetic was the earlier hard disk. Okay, now so everything will be in the SSD. Okay, SSD GP2 the latest, and it will be the better in the performance side as well. Okay, yeah, I select that. IOPS input output speed, right? IOPS speed. Next input output, yeah, next on the tags. Okay, so if you here you can assign the name. Okay, name of the server for the future reference. I'm just putting it like a Linux server. Linux server. Okay, next on the configuration security go. Yeah, this is the main important topic which will be using entire AWS. Okay, so it depends upon the port, things, everything. Okay, so here SSH. So let's assume if you want to create a website and everyone needs to connect, everyone wants to connect to it. Okay, so everything will be managed by the security group. Okay, if you see, like you have the different protocols here, and we need to add based on the purpose. Okay, if I want to create this as a web server and I want to allow the traffic or something for the HTTP, so I need to add here port 80, source anywhere, so that anywhere can connect to the system. Okay, like this we need to add based on our things. So for now I'm just leaving it with the SSH because I just need to connect to the server, right? SSH. So we will be connecting using this SSH layer. Okay, so next, preview and launch. So here you can check all the details of your virtual server. Okay, the processors, how many GB. Okay, instance type micro, and the port, allow ports. Okay, if you want to go to the storage instance, so everything is a just quick review about your thing. So click on the launch. Next, so this is the main important thing. Okay, so let me do that and explain you. So create a new pair. I'm just creating a new pair. Okay, so Linux new key. Oh, sorry, Linux. Oh god, what happened, guys? Oh, something wrong. Linux new key. So download it. Yeah, what is key pair? So key pair is the most important thing in the AWS, which protect us from all the threats or thing. Okay, this is like a key, so important key. Okay, so we will be having the key pair. The key pair is nothing but 2 keys. Okay, so one will be provided and included within the system. Okay, and another will we be providing as a key. Okay, so using this key we will able to log in into the instance. Okay, if you miss the key, just leave it and create a new system. Okay, of course we can have option to re back it. Okay, but I wanna tell you the importance of that key. Okay, so the most, if the key was gone to someone, right? So if example like it was stolen by somebody and they can have the access to your servers. Okay, and if you miss this key, that's it, you can't log in again to these servers unless with all other options takes and kills our time. Okay, so this is a major important thing. Okay, and the key will be downloaded in the form of pem. Okay, so yeah, I download the key and the next click on, we'll go launch instance. Okay, we will discuss about the key pair in the future class. Okay, no worries about that. Click on the launch instance. Okay, see you guys, see here, launch instance. I said like we can create the instance within the 5 minutes. Okay, so if you see here, sorry, view instances, a server, virtual server is already creating here. Okay, it takes time, it's initializing. Okay, compared to the Windows, Linux takes a bit quick time. Okay, so the availability zone, it was in the US East-A. Okay, so once you have the server up, right, virtual server up, yeah, it's now initialized running. So you will be getting all the IDs here. Okay, so it was assigned to a public IP. Yeah, this is the public IP, and we have the public DNS as well. Okay, using this you can connect either this or this, you can connect to this server. Okay, so these are all the details which you can check. Okay, see, we created the instance, and now how we can connect to the server, the most important thing. Okay, so we have one app called Putty. So using that, it's an application. Okay, using that you can create, sorry, you can log in into the Linux server. Okay, so before that, before connecting to the Linux server, we need a small thing. Okay, so whatever the key pair we will be getting is a public key .pem. Okay, so we need to convert that into .ppk file, private key. Okay, so for that, so I'm just getting my key add to the desktop. Okay, so I have my key at the desktop, so this is the key. Okay, so we need to create into the ppk file. So for that we need to go to the Puttygen. Okay, it's a small application, guys, you can download and install it. Okay, so if you want, you can ping me for the doubts. So click on the load file. So in the load you can Linux new key. Okay, so if you want to add any of the passwords, you can put it like passphrase. Okay, so I'm just putting as admin. Okay, admin, if you see here, save private key. So now I'm just saving it as key .ppk. yeah, I got it. Okay, so this is the key and got the ppk, so just close it. Okay, so using this we will be connecting to the Linux server. Okay, next, see, so next, so Putty is a tool which we can connect to the Linux instances or servers. Okay, so here we want the IP address. Okay, so the IP address will be here. Okay, so host IP address. Next we need to attach the SSH key. Okay, so click on SSH authentication, browse, select the key, click on open. So it will ask yes. So if you see here, login as, so username is ec2-user. so it will be asking the password admin, enter. See, Yeah, now you are entering into the EC2 Linux. Okay, well, yep, this is guys. So you logged into the root, okay, and the IP address is like 172.31.95.10, right guys? So this is the private IP, okay. So if you see here, this is the IP which will be possible you to connect to the instance, okay. But in the EC2 you have the private IP address, okay. So this is the address which you can communicate internally based on your routing things, okay. Yeah, this is for the today's session guys. So having the same on Windows tomorrow, okay. We will be getting creating the instance tomorrow. So if you have any doubts, just comment me below, so I'll reply you as soon as possible, okay. So thank you all guys. If you like this session, just please subscribe.